What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Roster Bubble Series video. Please hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you know when the live stream pops to your drops. Appreciate y'all coming back. Also, share this out. There's going to be a lot of competition with training camp arriving. So with that being said, sharing it out to different NFL fans, NFL communities, Giant fans, different social media platforms helps the channel, and we can get to 500 subscribers faster, and then soon on the way to 1,000. In these type of videos, which is a roster bubble video, I take a player that's on the roster bubble, and then I go into their background, their competition, and how they could win a spot on the roster, how they could lose a spot on the roster. So with that being said, I'm going to pull up his background right now. Today's profile / candidate is Gavin Heslop, if I'm saying that correctly, of course. Gavin Heslop was an undrafted free agent out of Stony Brook, so not too far from me. It's in Long Island. He played a couple of years at Stony Brook, was an undrafted free agent, signed with the Seattle Seahawks in 2020, missed most of training camp due to an injury, was waived, and then he was signed to the practice squad, elevated to the active roster, and reverted to the practice squad after a game against the Dolphins. Then he signed a futures contract, and with that being said, during the preseason, he played well on special teams, got in the backfield a few times in 2021, and was waived at the end of the 2021 preseason period, elevated to the active roster a few times. Then, with that being said, he suffered a broken fibula and tibia in the final minute of one of the games against the Houston Texans. And with that being said, he was placed on injured reserve for the rest of the season on December 15th. And that was with the New York Giants. So with him not going on PUP, it sounds like he's fully recovered. And I didn't know much about this guy coming into this video. So I contacted somebody from SB Nation. Shout outs to John P. Gilbert, who is a Seahawks writer for SB Nation. He says, we didn't get to see him on the field a ton because of the lack preseason 2020, and then he spent the entirety of that season on the practice squad. However, in 2021, in the preseason, he was all over the place in run support, and then made an impression as a special teamer in limited action before a gruesome injury ended his season early. Raw coming out of a smaller school, aka Stony Brook, if his leg injury is significantly recovered, sufficiently recovered, whatever, he could sneak onto the Giants roster and provide depth at multiple spots in the secondary, and will also potentially take on key roles on the punt and kick coverage teams. So he can do a lot of things in terms of special teams. But to be fair, before we go into the competition, how he could win, lose, and prediction time, I don't think this is the Joe Judge era anymore where everybody's going to be kept because of special teams. This isn't the Nate Ebner thing. This isn't the Colin Gillespie thing. I think we've moved on from that. Competition-wise, he's facing competition from the following players, and also he does play a little bit of corner, a little bit of safety, so he's going to be facing competition from two different areas: Jaron Williams, Zion Gilbert, Trenton Thompson, Jaron Williams, Khalil Dorsey, Darren Evans, Michael Jacquet, and Radarius Williams. And I always say this: a player having versatility is a good thing because it's on your resume. You can play multiple spots, but at the same time, you have to compete against more players for your spot. And to be fair, Gavin Heslop has not had a lot of NFL reps in his career. In 3 games last year, only 1 tackle, and he played 2% of the defensive snaps and 38% of the special team snaps. So we already know where most of his experience comes from. How can he win a spot on the roster? Make plays in the preseason, make plays in practice. I mean, he stuck to the practice squad of the Seattle Seahawks, yes, but he probably wouldn't have been there if he wasn't all over the place in run support, if he wasn't all over the place on the field in terms of being versatile. He could probably sneak in on blitzes. That could be a thing that Martindale does in the preseason. I mean, I haven't watched a lot of the Ravens preseason, but if they do the same thing they do in the regular season, I mean, to be fair, though, you're not hiding anything from anybody because everybody knows what Wink does. He loves to blitz, 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 blitz. So if he gets in on a couple of blitzes, he may have some production, but make progress throughout camp, make plays in the preseason and in practice. How can he lose? Has a quiet camp and not really much progression. Obviously, he's coming off of 2 serious injuries. With that being said, he's on the field now. He's not on PUP. He's got to make the plays. He's got to do, uh, the proper things, the basic things as a football player, especially in the secondary, because there's a lot of young players on this team. And with that being said, he doesn't have a lot of experience. Some guys do. Jaron Williams has more experience than him, or Darius Williams has more experience than him. So he's on the same level almost with undrafted free agents. So with a lot of guys at 2 different positions, he's going to have to up his game. With that being said, I don't think he's going to make the roster. I think the practice squad is very much possible for him. With this 16-man practice squad and being able to revert guys on and off the roster, he could possibly be a candidate for that on special teams or even just role playing overall. But be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you know when a live stream pops or drops. Appreciate y'all coming back. Peace out, guys. See you later, and stay cool.